Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, a channel where I try and showcase the fun that can be had in the world of variant Sudoku. And today I'm going to do a puzzle called Renban Road by Frapp. This is another puzzle that has been in my queue for a long time, and this is actually using a constraint that I was around for the initial creation of. So I know a little bit about this constraint that probably will give me a bit of a leg up in solving it. So this is using the Run-on Renban constraint, and I really love the presentation of this. Yeah, I think this is great. So yeah, Frapp is just one of the top supporters of my channel. It puts so much work into helping me find good puzzles and testing. Thank you, Frapp, for everything you do. I think it's been a while since I've done a Frapp puzzle on the channel. Now, you may be a little bit daunted by the rules of this puzzle, but honestly, if you spend a little bit of time thinking about the rules, hopefully they will make sense. Some of the logic in it, though, wait until I solve to go through it, and I'll go through it at the start. I don't really have anything else to go through, so let's have a look at the rules. We've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Then we have Run-on Renban. So any 5 adjacent cells along the rainbow-coloured line must contain a run of 5 consecutive digits in any order without repeats. So like overlapping Renban lines of length 5. So any set of 5 digits you can pick on this line, you can treat as a Renban line. So, for example, if we were to grab the pink, if I was to draw, that would be a 5-cell long Renban line. I could pick this from here. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not to there, to there. This would be a 5-cell long Renban line, and I could do that wherever I start or finish the line. So for example, if I was to start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is a 5-cell long Renban line. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is a 5-cell long Renban line. Any cell that you start on, in either direction you go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is a 5-cell long Renban line. And again, if I start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is a 5-cell long Renban line. It is called Run-on Renban because wherever you start, you are starting a run of a 5-cell long Renban, every single cell. Hopefully that makes sense. The next rule, which is one I am much less familiar with, or I'm familiar with it, but I'm more familiar with it than I am Run-on Renban, but I have trouble with skyscrapers, is the clues outside the grid are skyscrapers. Each digit in the grid represents the height of a building in its cell. So for example, this would be a building of height 8. This would be a building of height 1. This would be a building of height 9. Taller buildings obstruct the view of shorter ones behind them. So, and then clues outside the grid give the number of buildings visible from the vantage point in the clues row, from that vantage point in the clues row or column. So for example, in this row, let's just do this row here. If this was 3, 2, 1, let's not use another 6, 7, 5, 4, 9, 8. Then in this row, from this direction, we would see the 3, so this would be visible. The 2 and the 1 are shorter than the 3, so they're hidden by the 3. We wouldn't see that. The 7 is higher than the 3, so we would see the 7. The 5 and the 4 are shorter than the 7, so they're obscured behind the 7. The 9 is higher than the 7, so we would see that. 8 and 6 are shorter than 9, so we would not see those. So this would be a 3 clue from this direction, because we would see the 3, the 7, and the 9. And that's how it would work from this side. From the other side, it's actually the same clue, but for a different reason. We would see the 6, 8 is taller than 6, 9 is taller than 8, but all of these are shorter than 9. So we would see the 6, the 8, and the 9, and then all of these would be grey because you can't see anything behind the 9. And this would also be a 3 clue because you'd see all of those and none of those. So that's how skyscrapers work. Definitely one that I find tricky. They're the rules of the puzzle. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now, I definitely want to start with Run-on Renbans. Now, I need to go over a basic concept with run-on Renbans. Now, if you want to try and figure out some inherent logic of run-on Renbans for yourself, stop watching and spend some time seeing if you can figure out there's some really, really important tricks. People say that, don't give away the tricks. I over-explain the tricks of German whispers when I go through it and everything. I'm about to do the same for run-on Renbans, and if you don't know the tricks of run-on Renbans, now's the time to stop and see if you can figure them out for yourself. Okay, now, if we were to say that, let's say these 5 digits are a 5-cell long Renban, because we know that these 5 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are a 5-cell long Renban. Okay, we don't know what digits they are, but they are a 5-cell long Renban. So let's say that let's say that this digit here, let's say this is a 1. Okay, what do we know about those digits? Well, these digits now have to be 2, 3, 4, and 5 because because with this being a 1, this being a 5-cell long Renban forces this to be 2, 3, 4, 5. So what can that digit there be? And ignore the given digits. I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about concepts of run-on Renban. Well, this digit here has to be in a 5-cell long Renban with those digits. So this digit and this digit, well, these digits mean that this has to be either a 1 to make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 to make this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if this is a 1, this has to be a 1 or a 6. So it either has to be the same digit as this or 5 different from this. Okay? Now, let's talk about what happens, and the same would be true if this is a 9. If this was a 9, these would be 8, 7, 6, 5, and therefore, to make this work, this would either have to be 4 or 9, because 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, or 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Now, that's obvious for the extreme digits, but what about if this was something like, let's call it a 4? Now, if this is a 4, what could go in here? Well, there's lots of different options that could go in here if this is a 4. This could be 3, 5, 6, and 7. But if this is 3, 5, 6, and 7, what can that be? Well, this is a 5-cell long Renban with 3, 5, 6, and 7 in it, and that has to make the gap for this 3, 5, 6, 7. For this to be a 5-cell long Renban now, that has to be exactly the same digit as that. Otherwise, this 5-cell long Renban here doesn't work. If this is the middle digit, or if this is the central digit of a Renban, or somewhere in the middle of the 5-cell long Renban, those have to be exactly the same digit for this Renban to work. Because if I was to make this an 8, for example, to 5, 6, 7, 8, this isn't a 5-cell long Renban anymore. There's no 4 in here to connect the 3 to the 5, 6, 7. If, however, I just turn around and say, okay, well, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, now I've got the freedom for this to either be a 4 or a 9. At which point, again, this is either a 4 or a digit 5 away from 4. So when you look at a run-on Renban, and this is why I love the way this is presented with every 5th digit being the same color, every digit of the same color along this run-on Renban must either be the same digit as every other digit of the same color or exactly 5 away from the digit. So for example, if this is a 4, then if this was a 4, then every one of these cyan digits would have to be a 4 or 5 away from 4. So they'd have to be 4 or 9. It is a concept that takes a little bit of wrapping your head around, but it is absolutely true. And you can determine that simply by the logic of a way that of the overlapping 5-cell Renbans work. Because whatever digit is used with whatever these are to complete the 5-cell Renban needs to be able to complete the 5-cell Renban here and complete the 5-cell Renban here. So if this is, say, 5, 6, 8, 9, this needs to be a 7 and this needs to be a 7 to make the Renban here and the Renban here work. It is a fundamental concept that takes a little bit of figuring out. And I remember being in the Discord chat where this was first discovered. Now, let's have a look at, taking that concept in mind, let's look at 5s. Because this 5-cell Renban, any 5-cell long Renban must have a 5 on it. Well, red is 5. Red must be 5, because where do I put 5 on that? Okay, why do we need a 5 on any 5-cell long Renban? It's because if you start at 1 and go up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you've got a 5. If you start at 9 and go down, you've got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So you've got a 5. Any 5 sequential digits you put on you grab from the digits 1 to 9 will include a 5. They absolutely must, because 1, 2, 3, 4, you stop before you hit the 5. You've only got 4 digits. 9, 8, 7, 6, you stop before you hit your 5. You've only got 4 digits. Anywhere else you start, you pick up a 5. So there must be a 5 in those 5 digits, and that becomes a 5. Now, any digit on the line either needs to be the digit or something 5 away from that digit, but there is nothing 5 away from 5. I can't use zeros and I can't use 10s. So every red digit in this puzzle is a 5. Excellent. 5. So this becomes a 5 by Sudoku. 5 is in one of those two, and 5 is in one of those two by Sudoku. Excellent. Now, this, because I can't go as high as 7. So if I can't go as high as 7, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to play with. So there must be a 2, a 3, and a 4 on this line. So 2, 3, and 4, because if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, and 4 on it. If I go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I've got a 2, and a 2, 3, and 4 on it. So 2, 3, and 4 are on here. Now, where can't 2, 3, and 4 go is an interesting question. Because the 2 must go with a 7. So if this was a 2, this would have to be a 2 or a 7. This would have to be a 2 or a 7. This would have to be a 7. That would have to be a 2 or a 7. Yeah, that works. 2, 2 or 7, 2 or 7, 7, 2 or 7. 2, 2, 2, 2 or 7, 7, 7, that works. 2, 2, 2 or 7, 2 or 7, 2, that all works. Okay, I can't restrict that one. Actually, I probably should be looking at 4s, because 4s can only go with 9s. Yeah, there has to be a 4 on that Renban. Because, yeah, there is a 4 on here, but where can the 4 go? Because 4 can only partner with 9. So these are from 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Well, where's 8 in this row? 8 is in one of those two, but that's not actually helping me much, which does put 8 down here. But I don't think that's what I'm looking at yet. What about this line? Because 3. So I can't put 1 or 2 down here. And I can't put 2 there. 2 is in one of those two. So these are from 4, 5, 6. So 6 is, 6 here. I must put 6 on this. Because if I don't put 6 on this, this is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can't put 3 on it. So there is a 6 either here or here. If this is a 6, this is a 1 or a 6. This is a 6, this is a 6. No, yellow can't be 6. If this was a 6, every yellow digit would either need to be 6 or 1, because it'd have to be the digit or something 5 away. But that can't be a 1 or 6. So green is 6. And all of the green digits, I'm going to remove that, all of the green digits are only 1 or 6. And this one can't be a 1, so that's a 6. That's a 1, 6 pair. But now there is a 6 on this. And we know that There must be a 7 on this. So 7 is in one of those two. Because if there's no 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, I'd need a 3. So there is a 7 on this. So one of those is a 7. So one of these is a 7. Because the only digits... So purple and blue can only be 2 or 7. So if that is a 7, this would have to be a 2 or a 7. If that's a 7, that would have to be a 2 or a 7, and neither of them can be 2. So one of those is a 7. And if one of those is a 7, that can't be a 1. Because if this was a 1, I'd have to put 1 and 7 on the same 5-cell Renban, because these are within 5 of each other. So this is a 6, making this a 1, and now this is a 5-cell long Renban that has 1 and 5 on it. So these are 2, 3, 4. There is a 2 or a 7 in here. But well, hang on, this is a 5-cell long Renban with a 1 and a 5 on it. So this is 2, 3, 4. This is 2, 3, 4. Because no, not necessarily. This could be a 7. Because it could be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That could be a 7. So if that's a 2 or a 7, that's a 7, that's a 7, that's a 2 or a 7. Actually, let's look at 4, because 4 can only go with 9, and one of these has to be 4. If that's 4, that's 4. That's 4. Would that have to be 4? Not sure about that. Eight is definitely down here. Two can... well, this... Hang on. If that's a 2, that's a 2. And 2 can't go with 7. I don't think yellow can be 2. Because if this was 2, we'd have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there'd be no 7 in here, which would break this. So yellow can't be 2. So 2 is in... Yeah, 2 is in one of those two, because it has to partner up with the 7 that's down here. So 3... This is 3, 4, or 8, 9. It can't be 3. Actually, yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If this was 7, 8, this is 4 or 9. If that's 4, 1, 2, that's 4. If that's 8, that's 3. And these would be 4 and 7. Yeah, okay, well, hang on, 6 is in one of those two by Sudoku. 1 is not in any of those. 1 is down here. Well, hang on. Right, I can't put 1 or 2 on this Renban, and 1 and 2 is looking across here. This is a 1-2 pair. And this is the digit that's not on this Renban. And it can't be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is only an 8 or a 9. And it can't be an 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is a 9. This is an 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is a 6. 6 and 6 means this is 6 because I can't put 6 there. There's some gorgeous Sudoku in this. This is from someone who... No. These are 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 2, 3, 4. Which means there's a 2 in one of those two. Which means there's a 2 in one of those two. But these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So where's 8 in this box? It must be there. And these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are 6, 7, and 9. There's no 9 there. There's no 6 there. So what is this? Well, we know what this Renban is now. 4, 7, 8. This can't be 7. This would have to be a 2 or a 7, and it can't be. Or just the 7s I've already put in. This is 4 or 8. If this is 3, this is 8. If it's 4, that's also 4, which would put 4 up there, which seems okay. Well, 8 is in one of those two. Right. 8 is in one of those two by Sudoku because of this 8, which means this is a 7, 8 pair, which means this is a 4. So this is a 4 because yellow now has to be 4 or 9. So this isn't an 8. This isn't an 8. This is the 8, and yellow is 4 or 9. 8 isn't there. Now, this is 7, and it's either 3 or 8. Can it be 3? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it can. No, it can't because of that. This is a 7, 8 pair. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This could still be 4 or 9. Oh, that's mean. What has to go on here? Because this 5-cell Renban is 4, 5, 6. So it could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are only from 2, 3, 7, 8. There's no 4 on these. This is a 2, 3. This can't be 7, 8. If this is 8, if there's an 8 on this, this would need to be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And I can't make this 8, 7 because that would break that cell. There's no 8 here. So if this is a 9, I would need an 8 in there. That's a 4. If that was a 9, I'd need an 8 somewhere in those 5 cells. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8. There's a 9 in one of those 2 cells. Oh, the 4 takes 4 out of there. That's a 2, 3. There's a 9 in one of those 2 cells. 4, that's a 4. Where 4 and 4 makes one of those 2 4, but that 4 is looking up. That's a 4. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 7, 9. These are 1, 7, 9, and I can't put 7 or 9 there. That's the 1. This is a 7, 9 pair. So this is 1 or 6 to complete the row, and the 6 makes this the 1 and this the 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That actually works. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that all works. The 1 makes this the 2, which means this is the 3. The 2 looks down, making that the 1, meaning there's no 1 in there. 1 is in one of those 2. Putting 1 in one of those 2, but this 1 is looking down saying that's not the 1, that's the 1. So this is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 and 9. Where's 9 in this column? Can't put 9 there. Can't put 9 there because of the Renban. Can't put 9 there because of the Renban. That's the 9. That's the 7. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I need to put an 8 in one of those two. This is an 8-9 pair. Because 8 and 9 can't go in any of those. That's an 8-9 pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, these are 2 and 3. And the 2 means that's the 3, that's the 2, that's the 9. These, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And the 8 makes that the 7 and that the 8. The 7 takes the 7 out of there. So 7 is in one of those two. Those are the same digit. I haven't locked it in yet, have I? So this is 2, 3, or 7. Three is down here somewhere. 4. 9 makes this 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 7, and 9. So these are 4, 7, and 9. There's no 7 there. So the 4, 9 pair makes that the 7. And these are 1, 4, 9. And the 4 is looking down saying there's no 4 there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 3, 4, 9. So 3 in there, 3, 4, 9. There's no 9 there. I need to put 1 in one of those two. 2 is in here as well. So it's 1, 2, 4, 9. Okay, this has gotten tricky. Oh, the skyscraper clues. I completely forgot about the skyscraper clues. Okay, so how many do I have? The 6th clue here. 1, that's... okay, what buildings do I see going down here? I see the 1, I see the 2, 3, I see the 5, I don't see the 4, I see the 6, I don't see the 2, 3, I see the 8, I see the 9. So I've already got the 6. The 6 is complete and is correct. Well, that's good. I see the 6, I don't see any of those, I see the 7 and the 9. Okay, the 3 is correct. Maybe I got a little further with the Run-on Renbans than I expected. What about the 5? With the 5, I see the 1, the 3, the 6, the 9. Right, so this can't be a 7. If this was a 7, I'd go, see this, I'd see this, I'd see this, I'd see this, I'd see this, and I'd see this, and this would need to be a 6 clue. So that has to be the 8, and that has to be the 7. Now I see 1, 3, 6, 8, 9, and now I only see 5 clues. And now I can do some more solving. Because if that's an 8, that has to be an 8 because of the 5 difference. That's the 7. That means this can't be a 3. It's a 2 or a 7. This has to be 5 different from the 8. So this is the 3, meaning this is the 3, this is the 2. This is the 3, this is the 2. Now, apart from that digit and that digit, I've fully done... Well, this isn't a 3 anymore. This is a 2-7 pair. The 7 looks across, making that the 2 and that the 7. Now, except for that digit, I've fully done the Run-on Renban. And actually, I've done all the skyscraper clues without even using this 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only used one of the skyscraper clues. Oh, Frappy's going to be mad at me. Frappy's going to be really mad at me. The 8 makes that the 9 and that the 8. Frappy's going to be so mad at me. Where's 3 in this row? It can't be in any of those because of that 3. It can't be here. So this is a 3-5 pair. So this is 1, 4, or 9. It can't be 1, so it's 4 or 9. It's the same as that digit. That's a 9 by Sudoku. So that's a 4. So there's no 4 here. That's a 1, 9, meaning that's a 4, that's a 9. There's no 9 here. That's 3, 4, which I could have got from that. So 1, this is a 1, 2. The 2 is looking across, making that the 1 and that the 2. So these are 3, 4, 8. The 3 and the 4 means that's the 8, and this is a 3, 4. The 8, I don't know what the 8 is doing. 8, 8, 8. Yeah, that's all fine. The 7 is looking up saying that's not a 7. I need something. What's this triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 7. The 3 and the 7 means that's the 2. This is a 3, 7, which means that's the 4, that's the 3, that's the 4. So these are 1, 5, 6. There's no 5 there. There's no 6 or 1 there. That's the 5. And this is a 1, 6. The 5 looks down, making that the 3 and that the 5. The 3 looks up, making that the 7 and that the 3. The 7 looks up, making that the 9, which makes that the 6 and that the 7. The 6 looks down, making that the 1 and that the 6, and the 1 makes that the 9 and that the 1, and that is the correct solution. This has had 5 solves in 280 days. I'm sorry, Frappy. I sat on this for way too long, didn't I? I really did bad by Frappy, because this puzzle was beautiful, both aesthetically beautiful and solve beautiful. Oh my lord, what a great puzzle. What an amazingly good puzzle. And now you get to understand how Run-on Renbans work. What a really nice puzzle. The aesthetic setting of this and the way that the Run-on Renbans were displayed so that you could easily figure out which digits were partnered with each other once you understood the logic. And if you don't understand the logic, the clue is in the grid. Really good stuff. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think on Logic Masters Germany, this would easily be rated as a 3 or a 4-star puzzle, and I solved it in 25 minutes. And there are 1-star puzzles on Logic Masters Germany I can't solve in under 40 minutes. So this is my thing. If like it all boils down to what do you know, not how hard is the puzzle. And it's what I don't like about Logic Masters Germany. But this was great. This is absolutely phenomenal. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you're having a good time. And as always, good luck with your solving.